Hello, folks. We're back again. Sergeant Lamb, how are you doing?
Outstanding.
I tell you what, this heat is for heathens. Let me tell you, it's not for human consumption. This heat over here, terrible, terrible heat.
It is insanely hot. However, I'm starting to put it to work.
Really?
Put it to use. Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, as a true liberal, I've decided to go green at my house.
That's good.
Yes.
Good. I like that.
So I got the solar hot water system in it, and as soon as I get that chunk of that financing down, I'm going to go all the way with solar panels. But interesting caveat to that. So this company, they were like, hey, if you give us a couple referrals, no obligation, we'll just give them a call, ask if they're interested. We'll give you a little bit of a kickback discount. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I called this guy I know, he used to work for, good guy, hardcore Republican. Okay, I mean, he probably has a holy shrine to Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, okay? So that's the gospel word, is whatever Rush Limbaugh says. So I said, hey man, I'm kind of going green, and I need a hookup, can I give them your name and number? They'll just call you, you can hang up or do whatever, it's no big deal, no obligation. And he says, I don't believe in that crap, so no. I thought, like, okay, science aside, don't you want to save money? I mean, that's the go green I'm talking about,
yeah.
And he was like, I don't believe in that crap, and I want nothing to do with it. Okay. Let's say you don't like saving money. Do you like the country being dependent on foreign oil? I can't wrap my head around these people that are so narrow-minded. It's like, okay. If you don't believe in global warming, who cares? But what about just stop spending money? I mean, so you enjoy paying SRP every month? You enjoy us being dependent on foreign oil? You enjoy having to buy billions of barrels of oil from OPEC and other Middle Eastern countries that eventually use that money to blow us up? And that's what you support, and that's what you believe in. I'm dumbfounded.
We had an experience with going green, and we had an entire program where we were going to be the very first people to put in a 10-story, totally solar building right here in Surprise, Arizona. And everything was in place, the money was in place, everything. Okay? It all hindered on one little thing. If the city of Surprise said that they were going to pay for the right-of-way situation, the city manager at the time got called by President Reagan.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Okay, long time ago.
The guy who removed the solar panels from the White House, yeah.
Right, okay. From Reagan says, hey, listen, why don't you come to Washington? We need you over here. So he leaves his job here in Washington to go over there. Meanwhile, the guy over here who took over him says, we can't put the money up for this. So the entire, the short of the story, the entire story, the whole thing was just dropped.
So self-serving politicians destroyed a great idea.
And I said, you guys love paying that oil, don't you?
Oh yeah, they love it because they make money off it. And it's amazing because you think about it. You take the governor in Florida, Rick Scott.
Yeah.
Why would you spend $80 million out of your own pocket for a job that ultimately pays $300,000 a year? And this is why people go into public service, that are millionaires to begin with. So you know where the freeway is going to be built, so you can buy all that property. Because if you are a millionaire, obviously you understand business, and you understand the return on an investment. Okay, so that's why I hate like the Mitt Romneys and the Michelle Bachmans and all these people that are, Rick Perry, all these people that are millionaires. Okay, they don't truly even understand what it means to be common folk, and they don't even understand the damage that their policies do to the average people.
They don't care even.
All they're thinking about is a return on their investment in power. It's almost psychopathic. They're just crazy people because sane people like me and you, when we win the lottery and we become an instant millionaire, we go on vacation, we do charity, we explore the world, we help our family. I mean, we don't take that $200 million. We don't take that $200 million and say, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to run for mayor and I'm going to destroy unions. And then I'm going to get in the pocket of all the oil industry and have Big Pharma pay me off. I mean, we don't think like that. But the people, those people, yeah, they do. They
sure
do.
But
speaking of foreign oil and billionaires, let's talk about Libya.
Oh, that is unbelievable. That's not the only country, by the way, in trouble. There's another country there that is also starting to fight.
Syria.
Yeah, Syria.
Yeah. But you know what I love? It's like, okay, you think about, if Iraq, and I've said this before, if Iraq's export was broccoli, we would have never, invaded.
Mm-hmm.
But you think about, okay, we had two countries with lots of oil, okay? And, and they'll say, okay, Libya wanted help. There's a lot of countries that need humanitarian help because there's genocide in the Congo and Darfur going on a daily basis. However, we don't go there because, like Obama has always said, we need to protect what's, our interests and our allies' interests. But, the funny thing about our country's interests, in Tripoli it's oil, okay? And in Iraq it was oil too. But here's two different presidents' strategy. Bush was like, well, I want the oil, but at the same time, I want all my buddies like Donald Rumsfeld, Dick Cheney, that are board of directors at Halliburton in defense contract companies. I want them to make millions and billions of dollars at the same time as I want Iraqi oil. So I need a war. I need to invade. I need boots on the ground. Okay? It's the same thing in Afghanistan. General Electric. They have a pipeline. Well, I don't want my buddies to have to pay for contractor salaries to guard that pipeline. It's just so much easier to invade and have soldiers and sailors do the dying because it's cheaper. Tripoli. Okay, there's oil there, and we have a lot of interest in it. However, Obama doesn't have any buddies in the defense contract industry, so what did he do? We're going to go through NATO. We're not going to send any troops there. We'll lob a couple bombs because they need to get blown up anyways. They do have expiration dates, and we'll get our oil that way. So it's the same intent. It's the same thing. We're invading a country for oil, except one strategy worked and didn't cost lives of any American soldiers and sailors, as opposed to Bush's strategy, which was all self-serving, and it's costed millions of Iraqis are now dead, thousands of Americans are now dead, and the country is in turmoil, and we're all damn near bankrupt. And we've also created more terrorists because of our, the popularity of the U.S. and invading unarmed nations is really, doesn't go over too well. But so I got to give Obama kudos because this was his strategy. He stuck with it, and ultimately they won their own freedom.
Yes.
What they do with it from there on, that's their own problem. But you know what? They're going to be paying back for all those weapons with some nice, good oil. So
you bet
we get our way.
And here's one thing, and I'd like you folks to send some information on this. Why does the United States elect not to develop its oil industry when it itself has billions, hundreds of oil barrels under the ground?
Well, caveat to that is that if we are consuming the world's largest amount of oil, one day it will run up.
Sure.
So we better make sure we use this every other country's oil before we use our own. I mean, it's the same principle. Like, okay, if I love to spend money, I'd rather use the money in your bank account first before I tap into mine.
If we all agree with that, send us a note. I want to hear what the public's out there's got to say. How's that sound?
Deal.
Okay, you got it. So until the next time, send those letters, those emails. We'll be waiting. You take care. Adrian Dante.
Sergeant Lamb, hoorah.
Take care.